Hello and welcome to Galactic Sun Energy Readings. I hope you like the new name. This is Tasha. Thank you so much for your positive response to the last reading. It's so good to be back. It's so good to be welcomed back by you all and to feel that love in the community once again. So I'm back a couple of days later with another quick reading. I wanted to come in. I was prompted to come in today and do a reading for you. It's going to be more in my old style of doing it with a tarot. It's a 5-5 portal we're in today, 5th of May. 5-5 is one of my probably most repeated numbers that I see actually, and that's just dawned on me now actually, but it is something that I've seen repeatedly, and there's a lot of numbers that I see repeatedly, as do many of us, I'm sure, but 5-5 tends to follow me around a lot actually, so no surprise that I've been prompted to come in right now and do this for this reading for you. Now, what I'd like to say is the 5-5 portal is about calling in, for me it's about calling in the Violet Flame and the Ascended Masters. The violet flame is a ray of a vibration, a violet flame. It contains the pink flame and a blue flame, and those combine with the violet flame, of course. And the violet flame can purify, cleanse and transfigure anything at all. You use a formula of calling upon the Ascended Masters along with that. Saint Germain, Lady Portia, Lady Kuan Yin, Pallas Athene, Lady Nada, Archangel Zedekiel and Lady Amethyst, and the Elohim Arcturus and Diana, also called Victory, and you ask them to bring down the violet flame upon our being. In fact, I've not overthought this at all today. I'm just going to do one thing that's really annoying me. I tell you what, there must be something going on with the Virgo at the minute, because every little thing's been a little bit, okay, gotta be just right. Okay, so let's just do that then. I've not done that on the channel before, but I'm being prompted to do it right now. Like I say, I haven't really thought about this only in the last 5 minutes as I've been preparing to come on here, and then I haven't even really thought about it. It's more about feeling intuitively what needs to happen and what needs to be said, and as I say, the next word comes. As I think the next thought, and it's the right thought, the next thought comes, and that's how the path opens up before us, and that's heavily linked to Divine Feminine, because it's not about rationalising in our minds or thinking things through. It's about actually tuning into feeling. Okay, it's something that we can only do through feeling through our gut, feeling through our heart, and feeling through our senses and our body. In fact, that's how the Divine Feminine works, and that's how the High Priestess codes come in. Okay, my loves. So, bear with me, excuse me, a little cough. A little sip of tea, minute. Okay, I'm all about the jasmine today for some reason as well. I've got a green tea with jasmine, and I've got a jasmine incense going, and it's really hitting the spot for me. Okay. So let's just do that. Let's just call in the highest vibration of love into this reading, and let's just call in the violet ray. So this is how I call in the violet ray. It's something that was taught to me quite a few years back now, and it's something that I practice most days. You can do it silently in your head. You can do it while you're out and about walking in nature. I find it's very effective. You can do it while you're sat meditating with candles. You can do it in any way that you're called to do it, but the more you do it and the more you practice it, the more effects you see of it, okay? And it's this, I call upon the violet ray and its beings: Master Saint Germain, Lady Portia, Lady Kuan Yin, Pallas Athene and Lady Nada, Archangel Zedekiel, Lady Amethyst, and the Elohim Arcturus and Diana, also called Victory. Bring down the violet flame upon our entire being now, to cleanse our physical, mental and emotional well-being, and to bring ourselves to harmony and balance and alignment with God and the goddesses, divine love and light. And so it is. And it's as simple as that, okay, my darlings? And then you focus on what it is. It comes up what needs to be aligned. It comes up, and just, you know, get going on that as much as you can. It seems like the right thing to do today, it being a 5-5 portal, because I always associate the 5-5 with calling in the Violet Ray and the Ascended Masters. Okay, if you'd care to look up any of the qualities of the deities that were called upon then as well, that you might find that very, very helpful, okay? Another interesting part of that I found interesting, and I've just been shown to bring it up again, carrying on with my Avalon theme of the other day, I suppose, as well, is that Saint Germain and Lady Portia are divine masculine, divine feminine counterparts, yeah? But in another lifetime, in another dimension, they are in fact Merlin and Morgan Le Fay. Need I say more? Okay. Is there anything else I need to mention about there? So when we say we're bringing ourselves into alignment with God and the Goddess's divine love and light, what we mean by that is not that it's a separate deity or a separate God that we're trying to serve or whatever, that's our own God light, that's our own higher self, that's our own over self, higher self, better self, 5D self, whatever you want to think about it. It's our own God light that's masculine and feminine, and it's the divine part of that we're trying to bring ourselves into alignment with on a day-to-day in the 3D world, and to ascend this 3D world, in fact, as I believe it already is. I believe it is, I feel it. Sometimes that dimension slips between a 5D, 4D, 3D, but I feel like it's I think it's important as well to look at how far we've come, and people go, oh, the world isn't changing, the world is getting worse, everything's getting worse. Well, you could look at it like that. You could look at all the positive stuff that's happened, and a lot of positive stuff, and a lot of positive change, and a lot of awareness, and a lot of people are having their minds opened, certainly in my lifetime, and that's what I prefer to look at, okay? So what we prefer to look at is what creates the world around us. I'll give you an example. I watch quite a lot of YouTube videos when I'm relaxing, and there's one I watch which is absolutely amazing, and I recommend it to you, and it's called Yes Theory, and it's about these young men who, they started off small and now it's gone mega, you know, who have just gone, it's all about seeking discomfort. They call it seeking discomfort, going outside your comfort zone, going out into the world, travelling into the world with nothing, challenging each other to go to all these different countries and all different situations with nothing other than, you know, your positive vibes, your positive attitude. And because they've got such positive attitudes, that's why I love watching them so much, because they're so positive and high vibing, like literally they just have nothing but good luck. They meet good people, they have an amazing magical time, and they've been able to grow and expand. Yes Theory, okay? Completely opposite to that, but stumbled upon and was watching, was this guy who goes, and fair play, he means well, he's exposing scams. He goes travelling around the world. He's created a YouTube channel, I can't remember what it's called, and he exposes scammers when you know, say you're in the middle of Rome or wherever, or you're in India or wherever, and how people get scammed, yeah, and he sort of documents that, which of course is very informative, and he's doing a public service, you could say, etc, etc, etc. But it just hit me, like, I thought, no, he travels about expecting scams and looking for scams, and the situations he finds himself in are sketchy to say the least, you know. And then you got people like Yes Theory going out there and just going in with a completely open heart and a positive attitude, and they're having nothing but a positive experience. Now, they're both adventurers and travellers in the world, but they're both having a completely different experience. It's as if they're living in different dimensions. You see what I'm getting at? It's as if they're living in a completely different dimension to each other, and indeed they are, because it's what they are bringing. It's what you are bringing, is what you're creating around you. And I just wanted to use that as an example, my loves. I hope that's made sense. Okay. So 5-5 today, okay, we're in the 5-5 portal, we're in the Scorpio full moon. So I'm glad I've come in to take care of you. I'm glad I've come in to share that violet ray transmission with you, because that is very, very useful. It will bring you into alignment. It will make you feel safe and grounded and things like that, okay? Okay, let's go into the tarot reading. Quick little reading for you. So, okay, we're aligning with the central sun as well, I've got to mention about. We're aligning with the galactic central sun, the planet Earth, the whole of the planet and the whole of the human race is aligning and ascending with the galactic central sun. And our sun, as we know it on this planet, is a portal to that sun, okay? So it's all about focusing on the light. We've brought in the teachings of the moon on this channel, and now it's time to bring in the teachings of aligning with the central sun, my loves, okay? So let's go in with a good old element spread, yeah? Please give me a thumbs up, please give me a like, please give me a share, please leave me a comment. I'm going to call in the highest vibration of love and only love into this reading today for ourselves, for the beautiful planet that we live on, for Mother Gaia, for all of the star systems and all of the planets, for all of the life on this planet and the multitude of species, animals, plants and otherwise that are our teachers and guides, nothing but the highest vibration of love, and so it is. Okay. Also like to say happy Wesak to all of my Buddhist friends and followers. Anyone of a Buddhist persuasion, it's a big day for the Buddhist calendar also today. It's a fascinating story and I advise you to have a look at that actually as well. It's very, very inspiring. So let's go in with what I call the element spread. So you don't need to be any particular star sign. Some of this will land, some of it won't. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Very often it's more about how we're reading into the collective energy, okay, of the human race, species as a whole. Very often little things come up that are quite specific for people in particular, okay? It's divided into 4 sections. The first one is air, and that's about our thoughts and our mental health and how we're coping with all of that. The next one is water. Excuse me, Mr. Milo behind me. There's just a delivery van outside. It's not for me, I don't think. The next one is water. That's about emotions and how we're feeling. The third one would be fire. That's about our passions and our creativity and that sort of thing. And the fourth one is our earth element, how we're coping, how we're bringing it all into being, how it's all filtering on the day-to-day on the earth plane, okay? How that gels. I hope this makes sense if you've not watched this before. Excuse me, I haven't done one of these ones for a while, so let's go in. Now, wanted to bring in the Celtic Tarot, okay, Universal Celtic Tarot by Las Scarabeo. Okay, it's really important today, or if you've felt like a powerful shift from listening to these messages or watching these tarot readings, these energy readings, that you take care of yourself, that you take a little bit of a rest, that you eat something grounding, that you hydrate properly. Here we go, they're flying up. And things like that, okay? Especially under this Scorpio full moon, it's going to make us all very, very sensitive, and it's going to make everyone around us very, very sensitive also. So bear it in mind. It's a good day for, you know, a bowl of ice cream, to be honest with you. Or, you know, if you're into grounding food, you know, and you want something really healthy and, I don't know, pulsy and nutty and whatever, then do have that, by all means. Can't get enough of that stuff myself. But really it is a day for nurturing ourselves, nurturing others around us, okay? And just being aware of the level of sensitivity that's around at the minute. Alright, just being very aware of it and being very aware of what your triggers are and allowing them to trigger you, observing that they're triggering you without getting all up in our minds about it, okay? Just feeling into it, allowing it, and then acknowledging what needs to change or needs to go or what's not in alignment for us anymore, okay, my darlings? Okay, so you know, that's the way to handle this big cosmic stuff, is to handle it very sort of gently and precisely. Okay, any more coming up there? We need one more. There we are. Okay, all right, interesting. That's an interesting combo. I've not seen that combo before. 2 knights and 2 pages. Very, very interesting combination. I'm just being shown the energy of something that's still maturing, but it is maturing. There's a steady progression of maturity, in fact, okay? We might want to rush ahead and be in our Empress phase, but unfortunately we have to go through the awkward stages of page tonight, is what I'm being shown, you know, spiritually speaking. And that's fine, because we're growing. It's the right way. That's how we learn the lessons. That's how the path opens up to teach us the next stage, okay? So we're in this new age. We're in this new age of Aquarius, etc. And we're progressing from a page to a night already. That's how quickly things are accelerating in this new age. You know, so don't be impatient at all with yourself. You're progressing very, very nicely. The first one that's come up is the Knight of Cups. Let me have a look, because I haven't really studied these cards very much. They're brand new, really. Knight of Cups in the Celtic Universal Tarot. It's absolutely beautiful. He's riding some kind of a spirit horse, and the spirit horse looks absolutely huge in comparison to the knight riding it. And to me, that's just like an energy of this thing is so much bigger than us. It's so much bigger than us, and it feels, this cups, so if it's about feels, it's coming up in our mental energy, that we're understanding, we're using our mental capacity, we're understanding that this thing is so much bigger than us. This thing that we are feeling, and we're all feeling it, the shift, or whatever other description you have for it, we're all feeling it. This eclipse, this full moon, we're all feeling it. And yes, it is bigger than us, and yes, it is, absolutely. So long as we're going forward pure intentions, we won't go far wrong, is what I'm being shown there. The next one coming in is a Page of Wands. Love a Page of Wands. This is coming, funny enough, this is coming up now in our feelings, in our water. This is fiery energy. It's about creativity. It's about intelligence. I love the way he's pointing one hand up and sort of grabbing hold of that lightning, and in the other hand he's got a staff, and he's sort of like bringing all that. I'm just getting that energy of as above, so below, and we're starting to really understand that now. We're starting to really understand that our higher self is what guides us, not a separate God. Okay, our higher principles, our own higher characteristics, our own unique set of higher filters that we see the world, and that we can paint the world, and that we can create the world around us in, and that we're learning to tune into that and seeing how that manifests what's around us, just like those yes theory guys. Okay. Next one coming in is the Knight of Wands. Love that. A beautiful unicorn with a golden mane and a golden tail. Knight of Wands, more fire energy coming up in the area of fire. So we've got a lot of fire here, but we're still in Fire Festival time, really. So no surprise. A lot of little fairies around in that card as well. So that's no surprise either. And the Knight of Wands is it's a little bit of a warning, the Knight of Wands, I feel. It's a little bit of a warning to have your vision, know what it is you want. Because with the Knight of Wands, sometimes it's like you don't know what he wants. He's in and out, he's hot and cold. It's that energy, yeah? So this is to be taken as a warning to focus our passions, now more than ever, to tap into our fires of creativity and really see what it is we're bringing about, because we can bring about chaos, confusion, or we can bring about something beautiful and divine. It's up to us, but we need to focus on, be mindful of what we're thinking about, be mindful of what we're feeling, bring that fire of creativity into a point of focus as we really know what we're bringing in. Okay, and again, there's this element of purity with a unicorn. I can't help thinking of purity of intentions. When I see a unicorn, it's symbolic of that to me. So long as we're coming in with that purity of our intentions being good, or we're trying to create something better, we believe we're worth more, we believe we're capable of better, we'll start to see it around us. Okay, the energy that we are bringing, the light that we are bringing, is going to create the light around us. It's about being aware of that. The next one is a Page of Swords. Page of Swords is very, very intelligent. Still has a little bit of growing up to do. Very, very cunning. Very, very keen. Very, very intelligent. Spots things that other people won't necessarily spot, okay? And this is how we're manifesting in the earth. This is how we're bringing things together in the earth plane. And I feel like we are. I feel like the thing is, more and more people are opening up to this spirituality and are opening up to this stuff, for sure. But not everyone is, okay? Not everyone is. So you might find that because you're starting to understand these principles, you're starting to integrate these principles, apply these principles in your life, it's giving you a bit of an edge. Because he has a bit of an edge, that old Page of Swords. You understand you've still got to grow into do. You're not arrogant. You understand you've still got growing to do. However, you see that applying these principles and understanding these principles is definitely giving you a bit of an edge out there in the world, okay? And it's needed. It's needed because that's how it ferments and spreads to other people, okay? And becomes the mainstream normal thing that we all understand before you know it. You know, it's worth remembering that things that we take for granted, like writing and maths, okay? At one time, not that long ago, 4,000 years ago in ancient cultures, was only taught to royalty and the elite. To normal peasant people like us, that would have seemed like high magic, and indeed it was high magic, okay? And so a lot of these principles that we're learning now, in the same way, will filter out, will ferment, and will become the normal thing that everyone can do, okay? Manifestation, understanding how it works, understanding how we are bringing our own realities about, okay, my loves. And it's a work in progress. If it wasn't, my life would be a little bit different to what it is, for sure. I'm very grateful for the life I have, and I'm very appreciative of the life I have. However, don't think for 1 minute I wouldn't like to live in a nicer house with a bigger garden and things like that. You know, it's about realizing that I'm worthy of it. It's about realizing that I can make that happen. And like I say to you guys, it's not like I'm sat up here on a throne or something. You know, we're all learning this together, and that's the whole purpose of this channel. Part of the purpose of this channel is so we can all learn this stuff and move forward together and evolve together, okay, my loves? So please do give me a like, give me a share, drop your comments, and let me know how you're all doing with all of this also. I'd love to know. Let's do a vice versa tarot. These are fascinating. These have been some of my new favourite tarot cards. I highly recommend them. They're called vice versa. So for instance, they've got the front on King of Pentacles, for instance, there, and then you've got the back of the King of Pentacles. It's not the reverse, it's the back. It's a different meaning again. It's a different insight, it's a different dimension. And I tell you what, they're very, very powerful. So I'm going to use the vice versa tarot. I've been using them a lot. I've been studying all the new tarot cards I've acquired lately, which is a lot. These are fascinating me the most, and these I've been looking at the most, to be honest with you. So you've got 4 cups, okay, back of the 4 cups, there you go. We've got that flipped. Now see, do you know how sometimes when you're shuffling, if you use cards yourself, you'll know sometimes they sort of flip, and it's like, yeah, exactly, sometimes they flip. So this totally works. There's a back again of a 10 of Wands, okay. Heavy energy, and I'm not surprised. A lot of emotional stuff's going to come up, and anything that we've been going through over the last 3 weeks is going to really have come to a crisis point now. Really come to a crisis point. So it's not surprised that there's all this heavy energy in the shuffle. Let's see what's going on. Cards, please. Ooh. Lovely. Okay, I love the fall energy. It's been coming in a lot. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at the official guides, okay, because it's just insightful and different to what I would give as my interpretations, alright? Just bear with me a second. So we've got a 4 of Cups, okay, and the vice versa tarot. And that is actually the back image. Don't dwell on missed opportunities. You are in danger of letting your hurt feelings blind you to new chances. Don't dwell on missed opportunities. You are in danger of missing opportunities by dwelling in the past. Okay, that couldn't be more perfect for what we're moving forward, to clarify that energy of we feel like we're onto something bigger than us, and we really are. And in the past, perhaps we haven't understood that, and we've been really Neanderthal about things. But that's okay. That's okay. It's time to release. It's the full moon, it's the eclipse. It's time to release it, okay? You can't create new energy in a new world if we're still feeling, you know, the regret or the drama of what we created in the past. We didn't know no better then. We've done better now. And even if we did and we carried on anyway, well, that doesn't matter either. Because now is eternal. Right now, right now, right now. Here's Mr. Milo come to say hello. Hello, little boy. Next one we've got is back of the Ten of Wands. So there we go. Classic Ten of Wands. And then the back of the Ten of Wands. Alright, so we've got the back of the Ten of Wands. Let's have a look at that for us. And the back of the Ten of Wands, my loves, says there is a thin line between being self-sufficient and being a martyr. Interesting. Interesting. Yes. Okay. There's a thin line between being a self-sufficient and being a martyr. That word martyr is like, literally, it can just set so many things up. It's something we don't want to be. You know, it's unnecessary. We don't need martyrs. We don't need martyrs in the new age. Mr. Milo totally agrees. We don't need martyrs. We need self-sufficiency, but we don't need to wear ourselves out to a point of we should have put these burdens down by now, and we haven't. Burdens of the Ten of Wands, and we haven't. We've just carried on carrying them because that's the old way. Is, oh, well, I'll just keep carrying all my burdens, and I'll just keep carrying all this negative energy, and I'll just keep being a control freak and doing things the way I've always done them, because I can't change. I'm too old. I'm too stuck in my ways. Whatever. It's completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. The most sustainable thing to do energetically and spiritually would just be to put those burdens down now. It doesn't matter why or where and when. Just put them down. Just put them down, okay? And be ready to face yourself, your higher self. The next one is the wheel. I believe this is the back of the wheel. Now this one's a bit strange because it's just two different depictions of the wheel. We've got like a sphinx sort of wheel there. And then we've got this sort of like a magician sort of wheel. Let me just check. Yeah, so that's the back. The magician one is the back. Often the nighttime depiction is the back with these, okay? The wheel itself is the same with its symbols of esoteric wisdom and secrets. The magician is a master of these mysteries, but he does not master the wheel and cannot control destiny. The magician's message is that you are a soul on an earthly journey and have chosen to ride the wheel. Use your will in a positive way to influence events and circumstances and to make the most of that ride. Study the mysteries which sparkle as points of light on the dark night, just like that sky behind him. That is quite profound considering the channeled message that came through around the Knight of Wands, which was about, you know, moving forward. Literally what is just said there, I feel. Literally. That we're a soul on an earthly journey and we've chosen to ride the wheel. Okay, we've chosen to ride the wheel. We've chosen to ride the wheel. We've chosen to come here, have a human experience, ride the wheel. Okay, we just need to focus on bringing focus in with our unicorn energy. We just need to focus on what it is we're bringing in, to be sure of what we're bringing in, because we're the magician here. Magician's here to remind us. It's not a magician card, but it's like a combination of the wheel and a magician card. This is what I mean about these 5 spheres tarot. I love it. to remind us that we are bringing it about, you know, we are bringing it about. So focus, my loves, absolutely focus. So the next one coming in is the Fool energy. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So there's classic. There's the back of the Fool, look. Yeah, but we didn't get the back, we got the front, okay. And I love that we got the Fool energy to round that up, because it fits perfectly with the Page of Swords, because he's quite got that kind of Fool energy as well, as I've already described. You know, he's learnt a lot, he's very intelligent, but he's still got a lot to go. He's still got a ways to go. He knows he's got a way to go, and he's well up for the adventure, all right? He's got that edge on other people as well, because he does understand. He understands that with a classic Fool energy, he understands that worrying about things is just going to bring him things to worry about, and that he's better going forward completely free, completely open-hearted, and with good intentions, as we've seen from the Knight of Cups and as we've seen from the Knight of Wands. I love the youthful energy of this. There's a lot of Page, Fool, Knight energy here today, and it's got that springtime energy and that youthful energy and that renewal energy, and I feel quite uplifted and refreshed by the energy of this reading. It's bringing up the Page, Knight, Fool in me, and I hope it is in you too, because I feel like that is the stage that we're at, and it's springtime, of course. And we are, you know, this eclipse and this full moon, you can look at it two ways: always heavy energy, always scary energy, or this energy to completely renew ourselves and bring ourselves back to innocence, to let go of the past, to let go of all of these issues and dramas, and to just move forward with this kind of energy, with the spirit of adventure, boldness, big deep breath, and move forward. Let's see what they've got to say for the Fool energy with this particular deck. It says, rather than doing what seems reasonable, logical, or safe, the Fool opts to take a leap of faith. Though success is the outcome he hopes for, it is the leap itself that matters most. The Fool goes from one experience to the next in a serendipitous way. Every turn along his path adds to his wisdom. Choose to be bold and foolish if you want to make progress on your own path. Exactly. Don't be scared to make a fool of yourself. Don't be scared to laugh at yourself, okay? That's how we learn. Don't be scared to make mistakes. That's what I mean. I was feeling this heavy energy earlier on in the reading. It came up about, feeling bad about being Neanderthal, about some of the ways we've done things before, whatever. It's fine. That's how we know not to do that anymore, isn't it? And etc. Taking a leap of faith is always the main theme of the Fool energy. And this is where we're at, humanity. This is where we're at in our soul collective. And this is where we're at in our individual lives. And I'm really feeling it. Is back to the zero. Once we've released all of the drama, once we've come out of this eclipse, once we've come out of this full moon, back to the zero, back to a fresh energy, a fresh sense of moving forward, exhilaration. I'm feeling strong exhilaration here today. It's a lovely energy, and I'm so glad I came in. So I never know what kind of general energy I'm going to have to process, or help us to process. But honestly, this is beautiful energy today, and it's energy that I've needed myself. So I'm so glad that I've come in to do this for you and listen to my guidance. Okay. Just two oracle cards. Well, one spirit animal tarot, actually. I think of it more like an oracle, though the Dawnbrunk spirit animal tarot is wonderful, but I find it quite difficult as a tarot. I use it more as a spirit animal thing. As you know, it's come in a few times. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay. Can we have a spirit animal to take us through this season? Prairie dog, 3 of fossils. The 3 of fossils correlates to the 3 of discs, and we've got 3 prairie dogs there. Okay, 3 discs on the floor beneath them. It relates to the 3 discs. I don't know much about this one. It's the first time I've ever turned it over, so let's have a little look at the book. Prairie dog, 3 of discs. Okay. Earth, 3 of Pentacles, organisation, cooperation, focus. You see that focus is coming up. I knew that was one of the themes here. And success. Okay. Naturally diligent and highly organised, 3 prairie dogs confer, carefully planning the tunnels and burrows of their large underground villages. These intelligent rodents utilise group skills and friendly collaboration to work well together. Curious and playful, with a sophisticated language, prairie dog communicates effectively and builds efficiently, leaving plenty of time to have fun. When 3 of fossils appears, teamwork and cooperation leads to works of beauty, meaning and inventive purpose. Find both pleasure and fulfillment by engaging your inner artist. Pay attention to detail and immerse yourself in richness. Learn to infuse grounded know-how with aesthetic sensitivity to awaken presence. Prairie dog's exuberant, industrious nature fosters inspiration and enthusiasm during group work and play. Seek help from others, be open to guidance, critique, or ideas different from your own. Offer assistance when appropriate. Celebrate the joining of hearts and minds. Take a lesson from Prairie Dog. When we combine skills, knowledge, and artistic integrity, our joint effort propels us towards success. The message: nurture creative projects with vision, expertise, and togetherness. I love that. Not had that one before, not read that one before. What absolutely spot on and beautiful energy for us, though, for what's the themes that are coming up in today's reading. Learn to infuse grounded know-how with aesthetic sensitivity to awaken our presence. Okay, we're in the season of Taurus, I want to mention as well, and that is very Taurian. It's about aesthetics, it's about beauty, it's about what we can create, touch, feel, smell, with 5 senses. It's ruled by Venus, so it's all about aesthetics and beauty and creative design and things that bring us pleasure to the eye and pleasure to the touch, etc. Okay, I'm loving that energy. Naturally diligent and highly organised. Okay, of course they build these vast underground warrens. They have a language of their own. So they know how to get on with things and still leave plenty of time for fun. It's perfect for the season. Absolutely perfect for the season. And I hope you are getting out and having a bit of springtime May Day fun. And I know there's, whatever you feel about the royals, regardless of what you feel about the royals, at the end of the day, there's always been people that are pro-royal and there's always been people that are anti-royal, okay? And I'm not here to discuss politics and whatever anyway. But what I will say is, where there's a sense of community and a good slice of cake, I mean, that can't always be a wrong thing, and you can always put your own spin on it anyway, okay? It's all good. It's a big world at the end of the day. So, yeah. I love that. Teamwork and cooperation lead to works of beauty, meaning, and inventive purpose. This is it. This is it. When we all work together, when we apply these principles, we can create the world we see around us, and we can create, if we've created this mess that we're in, we can create something far more beautiful for ourselves, okay, and for the future generations. Love that. Prairie Dog. Wow. The final one that wanted to come in is the Olympian cards, which I always point out to you guys, they're not really designed for readings and for bringing into readings for other people. They're meant as an experience of self-discovery, and they're a very powerful experience of self-discovery. But they have wanted to come into the readings a lot lately. They really have, and they've been actually quite interesting to bring in. So let's see what's coming in from the Greek pantheon here today. Surprising. Okay. The Gorgon. Okay, the energy of the Gorgon. Alright, let's look at that. Not looked at that one before yet. Let's see. The Gorgon. What number is it? Is it 27? Okay. Gorgon. Medusa, one of the three Gorgons. Probably one of three in there in Greek stuff. Hideous female beast with serpents for hair, huge teeth and a protruding tongue. The symbol of the serpent. The myth. Medusa was one of three horrendously ugly sisters, the other two being Stheno and Ural. By coupling with Poseidon in Athene's own sacred temple, she incurred the wrath of Athene, who then sought to punish her by assisting the hero Perseus in his quest to slay her. The story of Perseus's adventure and Medusa's resultant decapitation is told on page 85. Okay, sorry. Perseus gave Medusa's head to Athene, who incorporated it into her protective armour as a defence against attackers, thus demonstrating the role played by the mind in the overcoming of the lower self, and that's why we had to have that, as well as the additional strength of character which can be gained from it, and that's why we had to have that card in there. Again, it's a massive theme about understanding how the mind can overcome the lower self or our lower aspects, okay, and bring us into alignment with our higher self, which is where we want to be. All right, but also that, you know, as grim as this story and dramatic as this story is, the you know, the lessons that would have been learned there as well. Come here, Mr. Milo, come here, boy. Okay, upright meanings. An enemy who must be kept at a distance. Safety in non-confrontation. This came up in the reading the other day as well. Okay, there's a lot of drama around at the minute. A lot of people are feeling really sensitive and don't understand these principles that we're talking about. Don't feel it, you know, not aware of it even maybe. So there's a lot of drama around in the world at large and in the day-to-day also. Okay, so just bear it in mind. Safety and non-confrontation, just like that was it in the reading the other day in the Celtic Tarot? I think it was the 5 of Wands, wasn't it? And it had 3 dragons burning up, a lot of dramatic energy, and an elf just standing back, standing in his peace and allowing it to happen. It's that again, okay? The ability to turn a situation around to the advantage without doing battle. Mr. Milo, come here. He's desperate for attention right now. So the ability to turn situations around to our advantage without going into battle. Exactly. If that's not alignment to our higher selves, I don't know what is. The self mirrored as in dreams. Interesting, because that came up in the last reading the other day as well, about reflection, about looking into the mirror of our souls, about Charles Well, about not being scared to look into that mirror, okay, and deal with what we're seeing there. Because even if it is a Gorgon that we see in there, then we know, then at least we know, and then at least we know what we need to let go of and what we need to bring into alignment, okay. That which we dread the most, the self-mirrored, that which we dread the most. There we are. Okay, psychological comment. For some people, direct confrontation is never the answer. Okay. And the odds will always be stacked against them in any display of force. This will be mainly due to the fact that their own aggressive instincts have been channeled into submissive modes of behaviour. Should this natural inclination for avoidance be ignored, they could find themselves hurt and confused. When in doubt, do naught, as the saying goes. So if you feel impelled to take up verbal arms in some just cause, make sure that you are well protected by the law on the one hand, and that there is a convenient escape route handy on the other. It's exactly sound advice for a full moon eclipse in Scorpio, and I did bring it up in the reading the other day. It came up in the channel then that you know, if we're feeling like we can't behave ourselves, if we're feeling like we can't stop our nonsense, no drama and our BS, then just hanker down and keep yourself to yourself. It's fine. Okay. Once the Gorgon within, or that aspect of your psyche which cannot be faced up to, okay. A lot of people are having difficulty with this, but the eclipse is screaming at us to do it, alright? Has been dealt with, it can be used as a mental protective device against external intrusions of a similar nature. This being referred to as reflecting or mirroring back is exactly what came up in the reading the other day. Mirrors complex, also known, come under the Gorgon heading. We frequently see our own faults mirrored in those around us, and it is interesting to note that people are often annoyed by those very failings in others to which they themselves are prone. We know this, okay? Just as the thief will accuse another of theft, so a lecherous person will see sexual connotations in innocent situations, words or gestures. Medusa also mirrors the self, of course, rather like Dorian Gray's famous picture, with frustrations and introverted energies often assuming individual identities. If left unchecked, these provide fertile breeding grounds for paranoia, hysteria, and psychic fragmentation, among other things. One is reminded of the maxim, to the pure-minded, all things are pure. Exactly. It's about what we're bringing to it. It's that example I gave you of the yes theory guy versus the guy who goes looking for scams, you know. It's what we are bringing. This is a part of the massive lesson we're learning, and part of that learning, that massive lesson, is to look at the inner Gorgon. It is to look at the look in that mirror and really deal with those aspects of ourselves. Look at our triggers that offend us in other people and see what is matching in our own natures, okay, and burn it up. Allow it to be released, allow it to be burnt up, because we are bringing ourselves into alignment, big style. And I think this reading today has been really powerful and has really hit home to me in no small way that we are well on the way. Okay, there she is. Leave it there. Gorgon. We are well on the way to aligning ourselves, and that it has speeded up, and that it's still in its infancy, but that it's speeding up. Okay, this eclipse season. So, thank you once again for listening to me. Thank you for all the love and support. Please give me a like, please give me a share, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because it's absolutely free. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified of the next video coming out. This channel is absolutely free. There's no money changes hands. It's not complicated to subscribe. You just simply hit subscribe, and it just means I get more viewers, and I get to expand this channel, and it gets to reach more people, and we get to grow our community. Okay, my loves, absolutely free for you, and I'll never charge you any money during this channel. If you did want a personal reading, please contact me on the email address below. Don't respond to anyone tapping you up and saying that they're me and that I've been chatting to your ancestors, because I just don't do things like that, okay? You will have to come to me via the email address below, and that's the way you'll know it's me and you're getting a genuine reading, okay, my loves? So all that being said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, whatever you do. I hope you have a nice big fat slice of cake, you know, regardless of how you feel about the coronation. And I hope you are able to feel uplifted by the current energies that are around us and uplifting us, okay, my darlings? Hope the sun comes out a little bit. It's raining here today. We've got a family festival thing going on over our local park across the road today and over the weekend, which I was hoping to attend with my family members, but literally the weather is really horrible right now, and I just hope the sun comes out for a couple of hours where you live too, so as we can get outside and enjoy the springtime. So I'll be back as and when spirit prompts me, and in the meantime, all the love and all the light and everything else in between, my loves. Don't be scared of it.